Jack, is it possible to sum up that performance?
Defensively, just not at the races. Yeah.
Well, I mean, probably not the first game of yours I watched this year, and you can see it's an area that you're clearly struggling with in games. And why is that, and how easy or not easy is it to fix up?
Well, I think we've struggled in every area, haven't we? I wouldn't say it's just defensively. No. Defensively is the hardest part of defending. Is the hardest part of rugby league, isn't it? So when you play good teams as well, you're exposed even more, aren't you? But we struggled to score points early on, didn't we? Our execution was poor against Saints, but we created some good opportunity. Here against Catalan, we created nothing. We just struggled all round, really, I thought, defensively and offensively. Last week, I thought, we did some great things last week. I thought with the ball, we challenged them, particularly with our kicking game. Our defence was still an area to fix up, whereas today I thought we attacked pretty well. You know, we had hardly any territory. We scored 4 tries. We bombed another. We should have scored 5 tries against Wigan at home. And you're normally in a game then, aren't you? So in every game there's been something to take out of it. I thought Catalan was a tough one. We didn't take much out of that, sorry, but in the other games there's been big positives, and the same with this one really. I thought with the ball we did some really good stuff. Clunky as well at times, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we had much ball. But the thing I'm most disappointed about is that if we could have had our share of the ball, I think we'd have made that a real contest down to the wire.
Why does it seem to be such a difficult time if it's the step up to going against Super League players and the way that they do things? But it seems to be a lot more difficult for you to sort of make tackles, make that first contact and sort of stop them at source rather than letting them get a roll on.
Yeah, you're just playing against quality players, aren't you? It's a massive step up, and let's be honest. I mean, they've rested some players today, but at the same time, I don't think anyone would envisage us being 7 or 8, 9 players down and beating the world champions. It's just where we're at. Let's have it right. We've probably got 200 games of Super League out there as a team.
That's coming in the last 3 weeks.
Oh no, seriously, we've probably got about 200 games of Super League appearances out there. They've probably got more than that in one back rower. It's just where we're at. So it's not easy to adjust, is it? We haven't got 2,000, 3,000 Super League appearances between us like they have. Irrelevant of whether they've got the best young players coming through the country as well, thrown in there. So listen, it's a hard school, but we'll be back. We're in for the fight, all of us. Okay, I'm not going to lump it on the players. I'm really upset as a team, as staff, players, all of us, with the scoreline today. Naive to let that blow it by 60 was very naive, very immature.
What was the situation with Jack missing out?
He pulled out with a back issue before the game.
How late on was that?
It was just before the warm-up. So he'd been struggling a little bit on Thursday, and we thought he'd be fine, and then he rolled up today and he wasn't in the best shape. So obviously that didn't help us, but that's the other learn is that at Super League level, there were times in that game today where I thought we didn't get a lot from the official. I'll be really honest. I thought some of those stuff that was really poor, and we'll pick that up. You go down to 12 men, but you've got to be better. So there's times when you're not going to get the calls. You go down to 12 men. Your defensive systems get compromised. You've just got to defend it out. You've just got to be tough. You've got to do it, and you'll concede here and there. We made 4 errors in that first half and invited them into our good ball. And we conceded every time. That's going to happen. People don't mean to make errors, and you just got to get on with it and be tough.
Was it tough mentally to get them back up after they came close last week?
No. We're better than that. We it was a 6-day turnaround. We travelled back from Hull, and it's thick and fast. The positives are that you're straight back in it against Wigan. That's a great opportunity. There's a great opportunity there for us to do something special. They go for the 2 points after 50 minutes or something, because they could see we were getting the ascendancy. And then they take the 2 to get an 8-point lead, and they end up with a 40-point lead. And that's a massive learn for our team, how not to let a score blow out like that. And I'm disappointed because I thought we could have took that game really deep today. And after 50 minutes or so, just before the yellow card, I thought it looked like that was probably going to happen.
Is goal line defence something that you circle as a particular issue, or is it just
In the first half, 100%. That was the key message. But by the end of the game, it was our yardage defence, our mid-ball defence, and our good ball defence. So defence underlined is the one.
Lee Kershaw got another couple of tries. He seems to have really hit the ground running for you.
Yeah, he took his tries well. Should have had a hat-trick, shouldn't he? Again, we left one out there, so... no, it was good. There was some good bits in there. You know, with the ball, there were some good performances in there. But it doesn't matter. We've got to defend better than that to win games, or be in the chance of winning again.
Are you pleased to get your first tries at home?
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice for the fans, isn't it? We got 4,000 or whatever here. So we've had about 9,500 here over 2 games, which is massive for the club. So I think in terms of the day, there's some positives there for the club. We've got 4,500 on or whatever, and we need some decent stuff for the ball as well. You know, we've got to keep taking the positives and understand that there's an adjustment period going to take place, and I'm very much part of that as well. And I'm here to help the players. We're in it together.
In terms of the ability of your players, have you seen their full capabilities yet, or is it just the case that some teams just have a stronger crop of players?
Yeah, there's no shying away from it. I mean, if you work out, you know, how do you determine that? You know, they spend more money than us, so they probably have better players than us. They got more internationals than us. They got more Super League appearances than us. You know, so they're likely going to have a better cattle than what we have. But we're very open about that. We're not hiding from anything. We know that we're trying to transition many Championship players to Super League players, and that's our process. But if we fall below our own expectation and our own standards, then that's when I'm upset, because I know that some of the performances out there today defensively are much better than what they showed. So we don't have more Super League appearances, or we're not spending more money than anybody in this competition. So we're 100% ranked 12th. But can we be better? Can we compete? Can we win games? I believe so, 100%.
Mike, just you've had a baptism of fire, haven't you? You know, you've had last season's top 3 in your first 4 games. Do you think that will kind of make you battle hardened, ready for the rest of the campaign going forward? Yeah, possibly. I don't really look at it like that. It is a really tough start. I just think that we have to learn from every game, no matter who we're playing. But the trial games, we've played 3 trial games close to the season. We've played 4 games now. Can we learn and grow from each game? Defensively, there's loads of stuff we can pick out of that and really chase hard after. And hopefully we can continue to get better with the ball, which we are doing. Our kicking game's been great, and today we're decent with the ball in hand as well. Get Alex Walker back as well, which is a massive plus for us. So, yeah, but when you put it like that, probably the 3 best teams in the competition, aren't they really? So yeah. But you say that Warrington next week's, I wouldn't say that's any easier, would you? Yeah, we move on. Yeah, just on your kicking game, Ollie Leyland was at the heart of it. How much does he work on his kicking game during the week? Yeah,
they all work really hard. You know, I saw a few comments last week about goal kicking, but he nudged 2 off the sideline as well last week as well. So yeah, no, everyone's working really hard. You know, I'm not sure there's many working harder than our boys, and we've just got to maintain that. We can't let our confidence get knocked. We can't look at the outcomes. We've just got to keep looking at the process of becoming Super League players in a Super League group.
Is it the case that you do need to have days like this just to gain that experience, especially with the physicality of the league?
I wouldn't say we need a 60-point because the game was gone. There's an element of maturity of teams that when the game's gone, how do you keep that to 20 rather than it being 40? And that was very immature today from us.
Do you think if you didn't have the yellow card, you would have kept it, so like 20, 30 points?
If we didn't what, sorry?
If you didn't get the yellow card, if the yellow card wasn't given,
who knows? Like, I don't know. We needed to be better in that period. But I think the belief obviously just drains then, doesn't it? You're then 8 points down, you're then 2 tries, you're 4 tries away then, aren't you? And obviously the fatigue element of then defending with 12 players and things like that it's a tough ask, isn't it? I've used that term, you then chase the game, don't you? Because we're falling behind, we chase games, and you try and take shortcuts to get back in the game. But yeah, I think that's just about the team maturing and understanding that they will put another 3 or 4 tries on you like that, and then it will look very, very ugly, when actually that should have been a lot more competitive than what it was.